Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about something that's been debated around social media and barbershops, and not as much as the LeBron versus Kobe debate, or the Kobe versus MJ, or LeBron versus Kobe, or LeBron versus MJ. I mean, those go on and on. Those will never stop. You know, those debates will always go. But the Tim Duncan Kobe debate, it gets, people talk about it. People argue over who had the better career, and people would take Kobe. Some people would take Tim Duncan, and and I'm going to get into it today. Both of these players, in my opinion, quiet as kept. I think Kobe is a little underrated at times, and sometimes he can be overrated, especially by his, I'm just going to be real, his delusional fan base. At times they can be, and I'm a Laker fan, by the way, but I just don't like how, Kobe fans, they make like real Laker fans look bad, because it's a difference between being a Kobe fan and a Laker fan. A Kobe fan, you only support him. Just like how LeBron fans, they always hear LeBron fans say, wherever LeBron go, I go. Basically, they're bitches of these players. They follow them wherever they go. I'm talking about those type of fans. I mean, it's a difference between, they call them bronze sexuals or fanboys. Those are like, they're beyond, fans. They're not, it's a difference between being a fan and a fanboy. Being a supporter of someone, you like what they do, you like what they do from afar. You respect what they do. But you got people who worship these athletes and these players. But that's a debate for another story. But back to the point. The Tim Duncan Kobe debate. Both of these players were drafted around the same time. Kobe was drafted in '96. Timmy was drafted in '97. And before I get into it, I just want to say, like I said, the Lakers are my favorite team. I'm a Laker fan. But my second favorite team is the Spurs. I know that's weird because I know the Spurs and the Lakers, they have a rivalry. But I like the Spurs. They're like my second favorite team. I used to like Michael Finley, even though Michael Finley was mostly known as a Maverick with Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash and those guys. But I remember playing with him in NBA Live. I think it was 2K07, one of the games. It was one of those games. And I just became a fan of the Spurs. They're my second favorite team behind the Lakers. But so both of these players, they have a special place in my heart, from an NBA standpoint. But anyway, to me, in my personal opinion, I rank Tim Duncan ahead of Kobe. I don't care what nobody say. I know Laker fans are going to get mad. They're going to try to take away my Laker fan card or whatever. But who are they to take away my fan card? I'm just speaking my honest opinion. Like I said, I'm not a Kobe fan. I'm a Laker fan, and I respect Kobe. I support him on the court. He was a great player. But to me, Tim Duncan, the fact that even though they won the same amount of championships, to me, Tim Duncan was the leader. Even in '99, when he had David Robinson, he was still the better player. David Robinson was starting to slow down. He was still good. Don't get me wrong. David Robinson was still good. But it's a reason why Tim Duncan won Finals MVP. And he won 3 Finals MVPs. He won 2 regular season MVPs. And plus, with Kobe, Shaq was the best player on those teams. So to me, that take away Kobe's part of his legacy to a degree, even though that Kobe was a big help on those Laker teams, obviously, especially the last 2. People always talk about the 2002 because of the numbers, but in 2001, he had some really great playoff moments, especially against the Spurs, the Kings. He had back-to-back 40-plus games. In Game 4 of 2001, He had against the Kings, he had 48 points, and then he backed it up in game 1 against the Spurs, and he had 45 points. And that 01 team, that 2001 Lakers team, is one of the best teams of all time. And he was a big help. Kobe was a great second option or 1A option. Shaq was 1 and Kobe was 1A. Don't get me wrong, Kobe was a big help during those championship teams, those three-peat championship teams. And plus we had players like Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, Brian Shaw, Ron Harper. We had guys like that who stepped up for us. But, because it's a team effort. But the fact that Tim Duncan was able to be successful, I know he had Greg Popovich and, his whole career, and Tony Parker for the majority of his career, Manu Ginobili, and then later on Kawhi and stuff like that. But Tim Duncan, he's an underrated player. He's not going to wow you as much on the court because of his demeanor and the way he plays and stuff. But Tim Duncan to me, is a top 5 player, and I might make a list of my top 10 one day, but he's in my top 5. But if LeBron wins a championship, I will move LeBron in my top 5. Some people might think that's crazy that LeBron's not already in my top 5, which I don't think is crazy. But LeBron, I got different reasons as to who make my top 10. LeBron's in my top 10 all time. The same with Kobe. Some people might not put Kobe in the top 10, but it is what it is. People got different opinions. That's my opinion. I got different reasons as to who make my top 10. But Tim Duncan's in my top 5, actually. That's how much I think he had a great impact on the NBA. And some people say he's a center. Some people say he's a power forward. But he's a very underrated player to me. And I will rank him ahead of Kobe. To me, if you want to look at entertainment, you want to be entertained, you're going to watch Kobe. Of course. Why wouldn't you? Kobe is a great player. But this is my honest opinion. I'm honest about it. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Yes, I ranked Tim Duncan ahead of Kobe. When I was younger, I used to think Kobe was the second greatest behind MJ until I had to grow up, and because I was so stuck in that cloud of other Kobe fans, not Laker fans, Kobe fanatics telling me that he's closer to Michael. Don't get me wrong, Kobe was the closest, to a clone of MJ. Don't get me wrong, we know that, but Jordan was better defensively, and he shot better shots. He took better shots. I think that he was more proficient. Even though I don't really get into statistics, and I don't really look at that. I just look at the game. I just look at how they play. And plus, Michael Jordan was the teacher, and Kobe was the student. So I cannot. Kobe is not the second greatest player of all time. Hell no. But he is in my top 10. But it's other people's opinion. Some people might put Kobe in their top 5. To me, it really doesn't make any sense to put him in your top 5. But it's your list, it's your opinion. Just like you disagree with me about Tim Duncan being ahead of Kobe. Everybody have a right to their opinion. But I'm getting a little tired. Just want to make this video, man. Just give my honest opinion on this debate. But YouTube, peace.